You've made it past 60, and you've got your daily routine down to a science. But what if I told you that some of those harmless habits are silently chipping away at your health? That afternoon cup of coffee, the way you hop out of bed, even your favorite healthy breakfast, one of them could be a hidden trap. Are you unknowingly making one of these critical mistakes? Let's find out. Men can live a most vibrant, healthy, and fulfilling life after 60. We aren't about slowing down. We're about getting smarter with how we live. Today, we're looking at a topic that is so important. We're going to uncover 8 everyday habits you might think are harmless, but could, in fact, be undermining your health, your energy, and your independence. But here's the good news. For every single one of these habits, there is a simple, actionable fix you can start making today. These aren't drastic, life-altering changes. They're small, intelligent adjustments that will help you reclaim your vitality and protect your health for the long haul. So, if you're ready to take control and make sure your daily routine is helping, not hurting you, you're in the right place. And if you find this kind of practical, no-nonsense health advice valuable, I hope you'll consider subscribing. We're building a community of people who are passionate about thriving in their best years. Now, let's get into our first and possibly most surprising habit. Habit 1. The deceptively relaxing hot shower. Let's start with something many of us love, a long, steaming hot shower. It feels like the ultimate way to relax tired muscles and wash away the day's stresses. What could possibly be wrong with that? It seems like a simple comfort. Here's the catch. For our bodies after 60, excessively hot showers can be a real hazard. As we age, our skin naturally thins and produces fewer protective oils. Water that is too hot strips these natural oils away, leaving your skin vulnerable, dry, and itchy. This isn't just a comfort issue. Those tiny cracks in dry skin can become entry points for infections, which can be much slower to heal as we get older, especially for anyone managing a condition like diabetes. But the danger goes deeper than your skin. The sudden, intense heat causes your blood vessels to dilate rapidly, a process called vasodilation. This can lead to a sharp, sudden drop in blood pressure. That's why many older adults feel lightheaded or dizzy in the shower. In a slippery, hard-surfaced bathroom, a single dizzy spell can be catastrophic, leading to falls, fractures, and a loss of confidence. So how do you fix this? The solution is simple and immediate. Turn down the temperature. Aim for lukewarm water, which is warm enough to be comforting without being scorching. It should feel pleasant, not hot. Try to limit your shower time to 5 to 10 minutes to prevent your skin from drying out. Afterward, pat your skin dry gently with a towel instead of rubbing, and apply a good quality moisturizer while your skin is still slightly damp to lock in that moisture. This small change protects your skin, helps stabilize your blood pressure, and dramatically reduces the risk of a life-altering fall. Habit 2. The sit and wait sedentary lifestyle. After a lifetime of work, it feels natural to want to sit back and relax. Enjoying a good book, watching a few hours of television, or spending long periods at the computer seems like a well-deserved reward. It's easy to think of this as just resting. But there's a huge difference between resting and being sedentary. Experts now use the term sitting disease to describe the serious health effects of an inactive lifestyle. When we sit for too long, our bodies basically go into shutdown mode. Blood flow slows, our metabolism drops, and our large muscle groups are completely disengaged. Even if you get a 30-minute workout in, sitting for 10 or more hours a day can still seriously increase your risk for major health problems. The consequences are far-reaching. A sedentary lifestyle is directly linked to a higher risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, certain cancers, and obesity. It also accelerates the decline in muscle mass and bone density, a condition known as sarcopenia, which makes us weaker and more prone to fractures. And it's not just your body. Studies now show a clear link between being sedentary and a greater risk of cognitive decline and dementia. Here's the simple fix. The key isn't to run a marathon tomorrow, but to simply break up long periods of sitting. The goal is consistent, gentle movement. Set a timer to remind yourself to get up for a few minutes every hour. You don't have to do anything strenuous. Just stand up, stretch, walk around the room, or do a few gentle knee bends. When you're watching TV, get up and move during every commercial break. Walk around the house while you're on the phone. Simple chores like dusting or light gardening are excellent forms of activity. Think of it this way: move more often. By weaving small bursts of activity into your day, you reactivate your muscles, improve circulation, and fight the silent damage of a sedentary life. Habit 3. Skipping meals and ignoring protein. As we get older, our appetites can change. Sometimes we just don't feel hungry in the morning, so we skip breakfast. Or maybe lunch seems like too much effort, so we grab a carb-heavy snack like crackers or toast to get by. It seems minor, especially if we're trying to manage our weight. This habit contributes directly to one of the biggest health challenges for older adults: sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. After age 30, we can lose 3 to 8% of our muscle mass per decade, and that rate accelerates after 60. Muscle isn't just for lifting things. It's vital for our metabolism, stability, and ability to recover from an illness or injury. Protein is the essential building block for muscle. As we age, our bodies actually become less efficient at processing the protein we eat, meaning we often need to consume more of it just to maintain the muscle we have. When you skip meals or fill up on simple carbs, you are starving your muscles of the very nutrient they need to survive. This speeds up muscle loss, leading to weakness, a higher risk of falls, and a slower metabolism, which can ironically cause weight gain. This is how to fix this. The fix is to prioritize protein at every meal. Instead of skipping breakfast, have a couple of eggs, a bowl of Greek yogurt, or a smoothie with protein powder. For lunch and dinner, make sure a good portion of your plate includes a quality protein source like chicken, fish, beans, lentils, or tofu. The PRODAG study group, an international team of experts, recommends that healthy older adults get 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. If you weigh 150 pounds, about 68 kilo, that's about 68 to 82 grams of protein per day. By ensuring a steady supply of protein, you give your body the tools it needs to fight muscle loss and stay strong. Habit 4. The slow fade of social connection. Life changes after 60. Retirement happens, friends might move, and it can just feel easier to stay home. We might tell ourselves we enjoy the quiet and don't need to be as social as we once were. It's easy to let clubs and group activities go, slowly retreating into a smaller world. This slow withdrawal is one of the most underestimated health threats we face. Research has strongly linked social isolation and loneliness to a range of serious health outcomes. It's not just about feeling sad. Loneliness can create a chronic stress state that physically harms your body. Landmark research has even drawn a shocking comparison, suggesting the health risk of prolonged loneliness could be as damaging as smoking up to 15 cigarettes a day. The mental and cognitive impacts are just as severe. Social isolation is a major risk factor for anxiety, depression, and a significantly increased risk of developing dementia. When we interact with others, our brains are challenged to listen, process, and respond. It's a form of mental exercise. Without that regular stimulation, our cognitive function can decline more rapidly. How do you fix this? The fix is to be intentional about connection. You don't have to become a social butterfly overnight. Start small. Schedule a weekly phone call with a friend. Look for a local club that matches your interests, a book club, a walking group, a gardening society. Volunteering is another powerful way to connect. Even simple interactions, like chatting with a neighbor, can make a difference. The goal is to rebuild those social networks, one connection at a time. Human beings are social creatures. Re-engaging isn't just for fun. It's a fundamental requirement for a healthy mind and body. Quick pause. Before we continue, as we are talking about men's health and well-being, here's something worth knowing. If you've been feeling frustrated or even embarrassed about changes in bedroom performance, sensitivity, stamina, or desire, you're not alone. And it's not your fault. There's a 100% natural solution that's already helped thousands of men feel confident and energized again. No pills, no injections, no procedures, no surgery, no risky shortcuts. Just a simple, easy home remedy you can make at home, designed to support what researchers are now calling the manhood molecule, a key factor for arousal, blood flow, and lasting power. Find out more. There's a link in the description and in the pinned comment. Check it out. It could be the very thing you've been looking for. Okay. Habit 5. Not taking sleep seriously. I'll sleep when I'm dead. We've all heard it. It's common to think needing less sleep is just a part of getting older. Many people over 60 get by on 5 or 6 hours a night, waking up often and figuring that's just how it is. They might lean on a late afternoon coffee to push through, not realizing the cycle they're in. The belief that older adults need less sleep is a dangerous myth. Adults over 60 still need 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Chronic short sleep is a form of deprivation with severe consequences. During deep sleep, our brains go through a vital cleansing process, clearing out toxins like beta-amyloid, the protein strongly linked to Alzheimer's disease. Insufficient sleep impairs this process, and research consistently shows a link between poor sleep and a higher risk of developing dementia. But the damage doesn't stop there. Poor sleep is also tied to an increased risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. It weakens the immune system, impairs balance and coordination, and disrupts mood-regulating hormones, leading to more anxiety and depression. The simple fix? The solution is to treat your sleep like a priority. Create a consistent routine. Go to bed and wake up around the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock. Make your bedroom a sanctuary for sleep. Keep it cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid caffeine and alcohol in the late afternoon and evening. Stop using screens, TVs, computers, phones at least an hour before bed, as their blue light interferes with the sleep hormone melatonin. Instead, wind down with something calming like reading a book or listening to soft music. These changes can transform your sleep quality, which in turn will protect your brain, your heart, and your overall health. Habit 6. The nightly glass of wine or two. A glass of wine with dinner or a cocktail in the evening feels like a sophisticated and harmless ritual. Many people even believe a little red wine is good for the heart. It's a habit that seems relaxing and totally normal. Here's the thing. Our body's relationship with alcohol changes dramatically as we age. Our metabolism slows down and we have less body water. This means the same amount of alcohol leads to a higher blood alcohol concentration than it did when we were younger, and it stays in our system longer. That one glass of wine can now have the impact that two used to. This increased sensitivity amplifies alcohol's risks. It impairs coordination, slows reaction time, and affects judgment, making it a significant contributing factor in falls among older adults. Beyond that, chronic alcohol use can worsen common health conditions like high blood pressure and diabetes, and it can damage the liver, heart, and brain. It also interacts dangerously with many common medications. And that idea that it helps you sleep? It's a myth. While alcohol might make you feel drowsy, it disrupts your sleep quality later in the night, leaving you less rested. Now, this is how to fix this. The key is moderation, redefined for your current age. The National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, recommends that healthy adults over 65 who don't take medications should have no more than 7 standard drinks per week and no more than 3 on any single day. For reference, a standard drink is 5 ounces of wine, 12 ounces of beer, or 1.5 ounces of spirits. Be honest with yourself about your intake. Try incorporating a few alcohol-free days into your week and explore fun alternatives like sparkling water with a splash of cranberry juice. By respecting your body's new limits, you can avoid alcohol's hidden dangers. Habit 7. Believing you're too old to quit smoking. This isn't just a habit, it's a dangerous mindset. A person who has smoked for 40 or 50 years might think, the damage is done. What's the point of quitting now? It can feel like the struggle wouldn't be worth it. That mindset is tragically mistaken. While smoking is harmful at any age, its effects are amplified in older adults. It accelerates nearly every negative part of aging, damaging blood vessels, increasing blood pressure, and drastically raising the risk of heart attack, stroke, and COPD. It's also strongly linked to a higher risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Continuing to smoke after 60 is like pouring fuel on the fire of age-related decline. Here's the fix. The science is clear and incredibly hopeful. It is never too late to quit smoking. Your body begins to heal almost immediately. Within just 20 minutes of your last cigarette, your heart rate and blood pressure start to drop. Within a year, your risk of a heart attack decreases substantially. Quitting also slows cognitive decline and improves lung function. Research shows people who quit even at age 65 can gain more years of life. Quitting is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. Talk to your doctor. There are more tools available today than ever before, from nicotine replacement therapies to support groups. Every cigarette you don't smoke is a direct investment in a healthier, longer future. The point of quitting now is to have more and better years with your loved ones. Habit 8. Chronic dehydration. Many older adults just don't drink enough water. They might not feel thirsty, or they might limit fluids to avoid bathroom trips. A cup of coffee in the morning, a little water with meals. It's easy for hydration to fall off the priority list. This is a critical oversight because our bodies become more prone to dehydration as we age. Our sense of thirst naturally diminishes, meaning by the time you feel thirsty, you could already be significantly dehydrated. Even mild, chronic dehydration can cause a cascade of problems. It's a leading cause of fatigue, confusion, and dizziness. That brain fog you feel in the afternoon could very well be dehydration. It can lead to headaches, constipation, and UTIs. Because it affects cognitive function and balance, dehydration is also a major, often overlooked risk factor for falls. Some estimates suggest a large percentage of adults over 65 may be living with chronic dehydration, quietly sabotaging their energy and mental clarity every day. This is how we're going to fix it. The solution is to be proactive, not reactive. Don't wait until you feel thirsty to drink. Aim for a consistent intake of fluids throughout the day. A general guideline is 6 to 8 glasses, about 1.5 to 2 liters, and while all fluids count, water is best. To make it easier, link drinking water to your existing habits. Have a full glass right when you wake up. Drink a glass before every meal. Get a reusable water bottle and keep it with you, sipping regularly. If you find water boring, add slices of lemon, cucumber, or berries. Staying hydrated is one of the simplest and most powerful things you can do to boost your energy and sharpen your mind. Okay, let's recap and conclude our topic. So, as we've seen today, the small things we do every day have a profound impact on our health, especially after 60. It isn't some big, dramatic event. It's the quiet habits, repeated over and over, that truly shape our journey. The hot showers, the long hours in a chair, the forgotten glass of water, they all add up. But the most important takeaway is that you are in the driver's seat. Every one of these habits has a simple, manageable solution. You have the power to make these small adjustments, to reclaim your energy, protect your mind, and build a more resilient body. It's not about being perfect overnight. It's about making one better choice, and then another. So, in the comments below, please share one habit from this list that you're going to work on this week. Is it turning down the shower temperature? Getting up to move every hour? Making sure you get enough protein at breakfast? Sharing your goal makes it real and might just inspire someone else. If you found this video helpful and want more practical advice for living your best life after 60, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. For your next watch, I highly recommend our video on 5 simple exercises to improve balance and prevent falls, which is the perfect follow-up to what we've discussed. Thank you for watching, and here's to your health and vitality.